Hello and welcome, Sin here. In today's tutorial we're going to have a look at process crafting and how to automate inscribers. In one of the previous tutorials we had a look at the inscriber and how to use it manually, but we want to work at how to do it automatically. And we have done that before with auto crafting, but we're going to look at something different called process crafting. And I guess we do need a crafting CPU, which we made in the auto crafting video, but let's have a look in the pattern terminal and have a quick look. So we're now going to use the process pattern as opposed to the crafting pattern. So in the processing pattern, this tells us for any given input we're going to get an output. So let's have a look at what this might look like. So if we bring that into the inventory, it says to make a printed calculation circuit we're going to need an inscriber calculation press as well as a pure Certus quartz crystal. Now, the inscriber is going to be holding our inscriber calculation press, so we don't need to give it that every time. But what we do need to give it is a pure Certus quartz, and then that's going to output us a printed calculation circuit. If we encode that pattern, we now have a pattern that says, giving one of these, we're going to get one printed calculation circuit, so that's great. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to make the rest of these, because I want to make them all and put them all in our system at the same time. So bring up the recipe, knock out that press, bring them down, and finally I have this printed silicon press. And as you can see here, this uses a different mod's silicon. Now that's fine if you have that in your system, but I actually don't have that in my system. I have just normal Applied Energistics 2 silicon. So I'm going to replace that, because if I don't have that, then I won't be able to make this pattern. There we go. We now have all four patterns made. I'm going to pop down to our right here and have a quick look. So we have it in an inscriber here. It is connected to our system, so it does have power, but we need to be able to interact with this inscriber, and to do that we want a ME interface, and then I want to have something called an ME import bus. So first I'm going to chuck the ME interface on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I'm going to put the import bus. Now, the ME interface, it provides, I guess, the Applied Energistics 2 system a receptacle to hold a pattern, and this then becomes a receptacle to say, you know, give me this item, I can make this for you. So what we're going to do now is we put our printed calculation circuit pattern into this ME interface, and it's on the side, so it's going to be inputted into this middle slot. We're going to put the inscriber calculation press at the top. And then what I'm going to talk about here is that the ME import bus, so this is going to import items from our inscriber into our Applied Energistics 2 network, which is exactly what we want as well. So now what if I do, I need to connect these up because I need to bring them online. So these are both going to use a channel. And as you can see here, I'm now using 4 channels because I've connected it to here, and we're also using a terminal as well. So if I now click on the terminal here, you can see a new crafting pattern has come up for a printed calculation circuit, which is beautiful. So if I click on that and I say maybe make 10 and press start, we have a look there, and perfect. It's got some acceleration cards in it already, and it's already cracking off and doing it. So that's exactly what we wanted. Now let's have a look. We can replicate that same process for all of these, and I just hit shift there to see what pattern I had in my hand. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to move the printed engineering circuit, put the press inside that machine, and finally I'm going to do that with the silicon. Now if I wanted to connect these up, I could just connect them up as they are, but the problem I would have is that I'm going to have multiple channels running through different lines. So what I want to actually do is I'm going to grab a cable anchor here. I'm going to divide these networks up, so that way I can remove this one and remove that one, because this is now connected through the middle there. I can bring that out, I can bring this out, and bring this out here. These are all connected by power at the back, and we now have a look here. We can say we're only using 5 of 8 channels, and here we're using up to 9 because we have this ME terminal, and I probably could have gotten away with not using this terminal here and bring them all through one channel, but that's fine for now. So if we have a look at our ME terminal, we can have a look here that we can now see we can make printed engineering circuits, printed logic circuits, and the printed silicon. I'll quickly just make some just to show you, and I'll make 10 of them, and finally make 10 of these. Excellent, so now these are all working together. If we have a look at our crafting CPUs that we made in a previous tutorial, you can see they all have a copy of the ultimate item they're making, and that's really helpful. Thanks guys for watching. This is process crafting and how to automate the AE2 Inscribers. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button below, and if you'd like to see more videos, please feel free to subscribe. But as always, have a good day. Sin out.